Michael in the cry of the God pretenders. Michael fell asleep with the noise of the world still burning in his chest. In his dream, he stood in a valley between two mountains. On one mountain stood truth, quiet and steady. Beside truth stood courage, not loud, not cruel, but clear. On the other mountain stood the God pretenders. They wore robes stitched with words like justice, resistance, and peace. But beneath the robes, Michael saw rockets, tunnels, cameras, scripts, and children being taught to hate before they were taught to live. The pattern was always the same. First, the God pretenders and their proxies started the war. First, they fired the rockets. First, they hid beneath civilians. First, they turned schools, mosques, hospitals, and neighborhoods into shields. First, they taught children that death was holy and hatred was courage. Then, when they lost, they fell to the ground and cried, "Poor me! We are the victims. Do not ask what we started. Do not ask what we taught. Only look at our tears." And the world began to follow. Michael saw influencers dancing near the edge of a cliff, holding phones like lanterns. "Follow me," they shouted, and the ignorant followed like lemmings, like children enchanted by the Pied Piper, never asking who played the flute or where the song was leading. They repeated the words they were given: oppressor, genocide, colonizer, resistance. Then truth raised a hand. The valley went silent. Truth said, "Those who begin with hate and then cry victim when hate returns as ruin are not leading their children to freedom. They are sacrificing them to false gods." The God pretenders screamed, "Silence, truth!" But courage stepped forward. Courage looked like a student standing alone on campus. Courage looked like a mother saying, "My child will not be raised to hate." Courage looked like a father saying, "My child will not be used as a shield." Courage looked like Michael taking a breath before speaking, even when he knew he would be mocked. Then Michael saw children from every side: Jewish children, Muslim children, Christian children, children with no religion at all, children in Israel, Gaza, America, Europe, and everywhere the lie had traveled. They had not written the old hatreds. They had not built the tunnels. They had not launched the rockets. They were born into stories adults handed them. Some were handed gratitude, some were handed truth, some were handed the love of life, and some were handed poison. Michael turned to the God pretenders and said,